Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Life of Artist podcast. Today, my guest is Raresh DiMofte. He's a great Romanian actor who decided to follow his dreams outside of the home country in Canada and start his career there. He appeared in projects like American Dreamer or The Tourist. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Life of Artist podcast. What inspired you for taking the acting journey, and what was the first decision that you decided, yes, I'm gonna go on that journey?
It's simple. Films. I was watching a lot of films. I was eating them every single day. I was actually skipping school and going to the cinema and seeing everything. That was in my hometown in Galați, in Romania. And that brought me a lot of trouble because I wasn't in school, right? So, yeah, that was the first, let's say, thing that popped into my head, the pleasure of storytelling in that way, in films.
Yeah, but you wanted like going towards more theater, or like film was like the first initiative that you took on?
Exactly. No, the first contact was film. And after that, of course, I discovered theater. And I really enjoy theater, and I still do. Because it's more profound. By the way, like 2 days ago, I went with my wife to see a beautiful play. I'm saying it's a theater happening, but the author is saying, no, it's not. It's a theater play. But it was an amazing display of acting skills, direction, everything. And it reminded me how beautiful it is to be on stage, to explore in that way as an actor, the characters, the story, the interaction between yourself as an actor and the public and all that. So, yeah, I really enjoyed being home again in Romania because I went to see a lot of good productions in theater, films as well, and a lot of networking events, which is fantastic. Romania changed. Yeah.
So how many years you have been apart from Romania? And like my next question will be kind of
Yeah.
going in towards that. What kind of sacrifices you had to make to pursue your career?
Maybe at the beginning I considered them sacrifices, but they weren't really, because it's something that you need to pay in order to achieve whether it's a dream or something that you pursue. And since I realized that, I just took it as it is. It's a journey. I'm not complaining of anything. It was a risk at some point, but all in all, it was a great journey, and I'm really happy where I am right now. I'm blessed.
So you went from like Romania, and then you went to Canada.
Yeah.
As you saw your website and everything. So what was the
Yes.
thinking behind like going internationally and taking the international direction into the art?
Yeah, the film industry in Romania, especially at that point, that was in 2006, 7, something like that. It was very weak. The budgets for the productions were very low, plus the infrastructure that I was looking for, because that was the number one thing that I was pursuing as an actor, meaning casting agencies, unions. I mean, the whole structure of being a professional actor. I couldn't find it here, of course, and that's why we took a leap of faith and went to Canada, especially in Vancouver, to pursue my work, my journey. It was great because I found exactly what I wanted in terms of, again, infrastructure. It's very important as an actor
Of
to
course.
have that. If you don't have that, you cannot function properly as an actor, and not only as an actor, as an artist, right? Because you want to express whatever you want to express, and once you have that uh, comfort of this infrastructure in Canada. In terms of casting directors, talent agencies, networking events, film festivals, especially in Vancouver, the life of especially independent filmmaking is very well established and functioning. Um, and if you want, especially at the beginning, like I was like 20 years ago, if you want to build your resume, a place like Vancouver or Toronto or Chicago in the States, LA, of course, New York, it's great to be there because the volume of uh, of projects is very high comparing to
Yeah, but you have a
what
high
we know.
price too, because you need to have, like, paperwork and
For
everything
sure,
and visas, and
for
like
sure,
that's not the easiest to achieve. And like I can speak
for
from
sure.
my own
Oh yeah,
experience. I went
oh
through
yeah.
struggle with getting
Yeah, I
visas, and
saw
I
that. I saw that. Yeah, yeah. So you were in New York?
yes. So my story is that, like, I have this imposter syndrome that I wanted to be an actress always, and I always was fighting with, like, coming from small village. I was like, I
Right.
will never make it or something, and I was rejected in Poland for so many years, going into the acting schools. And then I went to US on a leap of faith. If I'm not gonna get accepted one more time, that's the over of the, because I really wanted to do the craft in acting school, because I feel like it's a safe space
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fail, to try, and like,
yeah.
I needed that comfort zone.
Right.
So I was accepted in New York. Then COVID happened. Then I went back to Juilliard last year for another programs,
Congrats.
and I came back to Poland again because
Okay.
visas are a real issue. It's not
Yeah.
easy.
Expensive and hard to get, and I know the whole story. But let
Yeah.
me suggest you
Yeah.
something real quick, and because I'm a coach as well in acting, and I
Hmm.
have students that have the same issue, and I can tell you right now, do not let yourself down because of this. Just start,
Absolutely.
as you said, start producing, start writing, get together a team and
Mm.
start doing your own stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and other things will come for sure. And the satisfaction, especially when you initiate something from your own mind imagination, it's
Mm.
even higher than waiting for a call, the
Yes.
agent to call, then the audition, then the waiting time, the waiting game, and all that. That's to me at some point it was very painful, but after
Mm.
that I realized no, this is a circle, their
Mm.
circle that I want to penetrate. Of course they have conditions, of
Yeah.
course they're gonna reject me, of course that I cannot find the right way every single time to book a part because I don't have the whole story. I mean the whole information that they have, right?
Yeah.
Like heights,
Yeah.
face,
Yeah.
voice, I don't know, maybe background. I have no idea about the other actor that I would be in the scene with. So that is out of your control, right? The only thing that you can do is, of course, do your own thing in the audition room or now on self tapes. And after that, forget about it. Move
Yes,
on.
and throw it away. And
Move
throw it
on.
away.
Move
And
on.
move on.
Yeah.
But I believe it's like when you go into for the international, you have a lot of other obstacles that, like, mentally you have to be ready to take on,
For
because like
sure.
there is a lot of stakes that are higher than like in your safe space in your home
hmm
country.
hmm
And you working on the international projects, like how did you manage to break through to actually, like I will go for that, and then you're actually leading to booking the roles because I saw your amazing show reel.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was just there. I mean,
Mm.
especially before COVID thing. I was in Vancouver for nonstop from since we moved there since hold on 2009
Mm.
until 2020, actually, just before the pandemic.
Oh
So we didn't
wow.
even move from there, right? So it's imagine the pursuit and the focus that I had for so many years. I was there. I was doing my thing. I was working on my skills. I was discovering new skills and meeting a lot of amazing people and yeah, honing everything there. And of course, it happens. The only thing that the most important thing that I had in mind was I have to be ready. Even though,
Mm.
especially for the first 3 years, nothing happened. Nothing. Not even independent stuff happened, right? Because I was new, my face was new. Look at me, I'm 6'4", 193 centimeters, so a huge dude, especially in
Hmm.
Vancouver, right? So they didn't know exactly what to do with me, and that was my constant feeling for those 3 years. And then I realized, okay, especially my wife, she's in marketing, and she helped me to discover my niche. That was very
Mm.
important, right?
Beautiful.
Because I couldn't do anything. I can do comedy, I can do drama, I can do whatever, right? Not a good idea, especially when you're at the beginning. You need to discover your niche first, work on that, make your headshots in that zone, right? With those kind of characters, and build from there, right? And she was
Yeah.
right. And after I discovered this, immediately I started to book first commercials and then my first TV show. And after my first TV show, I was accepted in the union, UBCP
Mm.
ACTA.
Hmm.
I was very happy with that because that was my number one thing on my list. And yeah, I took it from there. After that, I changed agents because I was growing and
Yes, of
I was
course.
realizing I need more. I need something else. Um, my plan doesn't match with his plan as an agent and all that, right? So yeah, I build a recipe for myself.
Mm.
It's not working for everyone, of course,
Of course.
but yeah, it worked for me until now.
But how do you say about like growth as an actor? Because like I like personally know a lot of people like they falling into the trap that they're not wanted anywhere and they're like feeling that like they're amazing actor, they know that they're amazing but they're not booking and they falling into the trap of
Yep.
not being wanted. What do you think like how important is to grow and how important is to do something in that terms like to get out of that
Yeah,
zone?
of course. I again, I fell into that trap for a while, especially at the beginning because I was very new and all that. And I realized, yeah, you just need to live your life first. That's number one thing. Don't ignore your family, your friends, yourself, and all that, because you can go really deep into that. Let's say depression because of the rejection,
Mm.
because of okay, am I good enough, or is there something missing? Uh, and when I realized that, yeah, you need to live your life, and from life you can extract whatever you need, especially when you need to be ready for a part. Um, and once I um, went into that mindset, step by step, something changed.
Mm.
And I said to myself, yeah, you're a person, you're an individual, you're alive. You cannot just stop your life, even though the dream is big. You cannot just stop your life for this dream, especially because you don't have control 100% over the whole process, right? Yeah.
But how do you deal with like if you have like particular moment in your memory, the rejection part, like how did you actually overcome? Did you make any like steps? Like how did you get
Oh,
out of this?
yeah. So uh, I was consuming myself at the beginning.
Hmm.
I think I forgot a line or a word, or I didn't move enough, or I was very still. I mean, little things that had nothing to do with what they saw, right, on camera. And it took me a while to realize again about the control. You cannot control everything. You have to
Yeah.
stop doing that because I felt bad. I felt bad for especially between auditions and was affecting my next audition and so on.
Oh, yeah.
It was a chain reaction, right? And it was bad. And it was a process that I needed to discover for my internal process to stop worrying that much and um, um, to stop thinking as okay, I'm going there to get a job. It's not a job. I'm going there to have fun and let's say show my skills and maybe to learn something for the next one, right?
Hmm.
And when that switch came into my mind, a lot of things changed. Yeah, so I don't know what
But
else to say about that. Yeah,
you mentioned like your amazing wife on the beginning of our talk. Like
yeah,
I saw like very deep like understanding of relation and like how you both wanted to grow as a people together and achieve greater goal. But
yeah.
how do you think is important to have healthy in a relationship? Like do you think relationships personal will affect your
Absolutely,
working?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. If you don't have your support at home, of course
Mm,
you cannot function. That's
yeah.
whoever is saying the opposite is either saying something else or has a different agenda. Of course, you need the support at home. You need a balance in your life to function as an actor. As you know, as actors, we don't work with one element from ourselves. We work with everything, with our mind, with our body, with our emotions, with our past, with our future, everything. Right?
Yeah.
So if you don't have that balance, it shows. It
Yeah.
shows weakness. It shows lack of preparedness, everything. Especially because the camera is. Yeah.
Yeah. And you cannot avoid it. Like
That's
it's
right.
on your face.
That's right.
And I think I'm coming to my last two questions that I prepared for you. The first one, like, what in your current season of your life, what inspires you to keep going
Right now,
right now?
number one, the love in my life,
Hmm.
whether is from it's from my family or from somewhere else. Um, and the my newest inspiration being back home. It sounds I don't know how it sounds. I don't care. It's just
Yeah.
I find inspiration, especially now in Bucharest, because we moved here for a while.
Hmm.
Everywhere. I love every single part of this city. It's not perfect, don't get me
Of course.
wrong, but I love the every corner, people, the smell, the food, everything, and it helps me a lot. And I'm in a continued joy since we moved here like 3 months ago. So yeah,
Oh,
that's my inspiration right now.
But it's a beautiful one, to be honest with you. Like when you're changing the place and you actually never been there or haven't been there for a while, and that's kind of a new place to explore. That's a beautiful stage. Like there is you so open towards
Yeah,
the space.
yeah. And especially because I'm exchanging a lot of ideas, brainstorming with the artists here,
Mm-hmm.
and switching from the North America mindset to here and rediscovering Romania. It's exploding. I mean, I'm in a constant implosion. That's
Mm-hmm.
the word. I'm having a very good time with my mind right now.
But I have a question here. What is the biggest like difference between America, either it's north or south, or Europe here? What is your biggest difference that you saw in the industry?
Good question. Yeah, it's very important, especially for the artists here in Eastern Europe. Let's say it's very important to understand the big difference between the structures between even Europe versus North America. It's a huge difference. What I admire in North America is the efficiency of everything.
Mm,
Especially, okay, they have budgets and everything. Of course, they are efficient, but it's not only that. It's the efficiency of every single person that is involved in whatever project. That was my number one thing that impressed me at the beginning, and even now. So the efficiency, um, the the quality of delivering the project to, let's say, the studio or the producer, and after that the marketing. I mean,
mm,
how they sell the project, and that combines with the plan that they have in pre-production or even in development. They know
mm,
exactly what to do with the project because they know, let's say, the trends. They
yeah.
know
Yeah.
exactly what market they want to target. And I don't want to say that we as Europeans, especially Eastern European,
Mhm,
uh, we don't have that. It's just that we need to tackle more on that
mm,
because we have the potential. We
mhm,
have the star quality in our artists, and we can compete with their products anytime. It's just
mhm,
this. That's it. That
mhm,
small thing that we need to adjust. That's it. And yeah, that's the difference for sure. Technical wise, in terms of um, structuring your project from the beginning to the end, just before you put it in front of your audience.
mm. I think that's very important. Like, if you prepare in advance, you cannot predict the outcome, but you know what you can achieve with that. You know where to hit the buttons when it's actually needed.
Of course, it's not 100%. As you know,
Yeah.
that's why the North Americans are making a lot of remakes and stuff like that, right? But they
Yeah.
kind of know where to go, even though they're making, let's say, Matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, right? But
Yeah.
they know the market. They know the
Yeah.
market. They know where to tackle. Not 100%, but at least 60, at least sixty
Mhm.
percent, in my opinion.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my last question, like, what do you currently working on, and like, what currently you're developing, if you want to share, and like,
Sure, for
what we should
sure.
know
Yeah.
about you now, what you're doing in your life.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm working on different projects as a producer. Right now, I'm producing three projects. We're developing two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting right now soon House of David, which is a big production that was shot in Greece this summer, to be released. That was made by Amazon Prime Video. Amazon Studios. And that one is going to be big. I'm very excited about that. Um, I'm working on some stage plays here in Romania, and a lot of things on in my area and plans and everything. But these ones I'm certainly working on right now. And plus, we just launched the Rain Dance Bucharest hub, which
Oh,
is
wow, that's amazing.
oh yeah.
That's really
So
amazing.
yeah, because my wife Nadia DiMofte,
Mhm.
we had this. She had this club in Vancouver since 2014. Now we want to bring it here. We had the official opening, let's say, last month.
Mhm.
And this month is going to be edition number 2, volume 2. And we're looking for a lot of professionals, Romanian professionals, at the beginning to build a community, the independent community here in Romania. And uh, that's what we're doing right now. A lot of things.
A lot of things. So anyone, if you're gonna listen to that in Romania, please reach out and support the project.
For sure, for sure. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Yay!
Yay! So thank you so much for your time and such being like, inspiration and like truth and honesty that you shared here. And like, I really appreciate it.
Thank you. You were awesome. I love it.
Thank you for listening. Please let me know in the comments below what resonated with you and what are your thoughts about our episode. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. And see you in the next one.